there is a Minotaur pickup to counter the engagement from the side of Blacklist. I do like the composition from both teams. They have the tools to engage onto one another, but I think it really comes down to execution and who is able to have the better engagement as well as countering the opponent. As we jump into towards the land of Dawn, this is our last match of today. It's game one of Homebois versus Blacklist Academy.
Okay, so here we go. Overall, based on the draft, I think Blacklist International, they seem to better set up against countering onto Homeboys. So I'll be able to see that how Homeboys will try to adapt to this kind of situation. So far, a little bit more aggressive Homeboys at the mid, and they seem to be roaming a little bit more, especially Barbo's putting a focus onto Renegade as well as Super Red.
I mean, they definitely want to provide vision and give Rimuru Tempest as much vision possible against the Claude. And a bit funny to say that I honestly suspected whether Blacklist wants to play Minotaur themselves because, like, in a way, Minotaur is very valuable for his healing. But Barbosa, you can see earlier on, a lot of aggressive plays earlier on, forcing Haji back.
Yeah, so Barbosa, he's just go up and down, just trying to win all the lanes, similar to how Aura kind of played earlier. So I think he's trying to like adapt some of the Indonesian kind of culture into his gameplay. And if it works out well for him, that's great. Let's see some effects in this game.
Yup, indeed. We can see here, I think a bit of tussle in the mid lane, but I don't think either one wants to be able to fight right now because the turtle will be spawning very soon. And Rimuru, Tempest, and Super Red are just left to their own devices farming as they please, but Rimuru is actually slightly up against Super Red.
Oh, okay, Super Red. But I think it's kind of like a 50-50. But anyway, what's going to be the focus now definitely is going to be the objective. It will be up. Rindo being poked, but that's going to be a good one. Oh, Sapat trouble immediately flickers away. He's super duper low. It's going to be first kill. Double kill. Given towards Blacklist and Blacklist. Just like that.
Yeah, there is always a reason why Yuzong is fear. If he's able to proc Sha residue, eventually your life is just sucked out of you. And 2 kills and the Lord and the Turtle secure by the side of Blacklist. This is a really good start for them.
Wow, and they're really, really aggressive. Right now, they're already in the jungle. Renegade waiting behind. Haji could be in trouble. Oh no, he happened to land just below the turret. He was a little bit further forward, then he might have been saved.
No, obviously, I think that was a really good Minuan Rage coming up from Barbosa and combo it with Warlord. I think just getting the sniped in, really, Homebois is fighting back against the aggression that Blacklist is showing at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and that would stop Blacklist from coming into the jungle, at least for now. Probably at the river until the next objective comes up. So it's good work from Homeboy.
Really good for overall from Homebois. They definitely have ways to basically move the goal lead back in towards their favor, but it really gonna comes down towards execution. And catching out Haji would be ideal. Warlord providing vision for the rest of his team. He has to play at a safe distance. Super Red really farming in, but Novaria will be knocked up.
All the way to the... And that's going to be Haji getting one, but they trade it back with Renegade. So it's still 50-50 fight, but at the top lane, Super Red is there to get Rimuru Tempest.
Wow, it's just trading back and forth. The fact that Rimuru Tempest was able to get the kill onto Rindo, it was a 1v2 situation. I think that was it was actually a win for the Natan, considering everything itself. But again, Warlord needs to watch his positioning a bit better. He always have to worry about Renegade coming in with that wild charge, because Barbosa, it takes a while for Minuan Rage to charge up. Even though you don't have that Rage meter anymore, it still takes time for it to come true. But it was overall really good counter engagement from the side of Homebois. Black Dragon formed by Dominic to zone away the members of Homebois. From contesting is Rindo secures the turtle with the retribution.
Good zoning there, because Homebois, they can't really go in when the Black Dragon form appeared. And Barbosa trying to get into the other side of Blacklist, and now Renegade and Barbosa meeting each other. Disperse Storm won't be much of an issue for Renegade.
Let's not forget that the movement speed of Novara increases every time she passes through a wall, and that includes the wall generated by Grok. So this is really interesting information. So in a way, as long as Warla is able to prop the Astro Recall in time, he should be able to phase okay and will not be catch out like earlier on.
So it looks like a little bit of a chase onto Rindo, and now Rindo, Diablo just in front of him, but no further extension from Homeboys. Everyone's playing this in a really disciplined mode, but Blacklist, their goal lead, 2k goal lead with only one kill. With only one kill of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I think in terms of kill, it's not going to matter too much. Yes, it's great in terms of overall like hero scaling, but the gold lead, I would say Blacklist is farming up fairly well against Homeboys. I wouldn't say Homeboys is too far behind, but another rough waves will take out Sapat.
Just like that, they deleted Sapat. Sapat couldn't even react to the situation.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the pickoff style. We're seeing the value of a really good Kadita player just coming in. Wall charge connecting onto Bariru. Tempest pops his ult. He'll be able to get out.
Yeah, luckily for him, his teammate is there to back him up anyway. But look at the amount of aggression from Blacklist International. If one person, they would expand the wall charge.
I mean, I think considering everything, Rimur Tempest does have Purify, so even though he gets a wall charge right in towards the face, he's able to Purify out of it and use his ult to basically mirror image out.
Right now we can see
Sapat.
Sapat in onto the backline, giving trouble to Haji, but Haji nicely countering Sapat now super duper low. He needs to reset quickly, but before that Rindo secures the objective. Barbosa at the forefront. Will he go in? I don't think it's going to be worth it. Gotta let it go.
Yeah, they gotta let it go. I think both sides will be disengaging. Maybe Diablo would like to contest for Rindo's purple. If you're able to disable the Lancelot, that would be ideal. But no, Rindo still has his retribution, and he'll be able to stay on and secure it for himself.
Okay, it's like Blacklist. They are kind of chilling for that. I think that's because all their ults are currently on cooldown, so they are waiting for their ults to be back up again before they go another engagement. But we can see the movement here coming from Ren and Jake. He's really looking for a target.
I mean, that is to be expected from the side of Blacklist. As I mentioned, bushes are the enemy for the side of Homeboys because anything could happen. Right again, Petrify, knock up, but Diablo is really tanky. He'll be able to survive as long as he can. Sapat gets the kill. Final slash really good because it seems like Haji did use up all of his skills during the initial engagement, hoping to get the pick off onto Diablo.
Oh, but Rindo doing his work at the bottom, so it looks like Rindo is pushing it back. But now the Black Dragon form is Rindo is coming in from the side. Rindo goes towards the mid. Rindo will join out to his teammates, and now they're trying to get a kill. But Dominic is just so tanky. His life goes up really, really quick. And after expending all those skills, they couldn't land a kill.
I think it was really good counter engagement from Homeboys because initially you saw it was Blacklist that was wanting to start the fight, but overall you can see Dominic is really hard to kill because like especially in the 1v3 situation he's able to keep life stealing and the rest of the team knows that he should be fine. Oh, Astro Reek like just used like that. Astro Echo used but no one to follow up on. Wild charge.
Not gonna go anywhere with this. They got him locked down. Barbosa can't join in the fight. And now the lock may be taken by Blacklist. Unless Sapat can come out with something insane, but Sapat go for it.
Nah, it's not really worth it. Right now, Blacklist leading in terms of the 4K gold lead. It is looking really difficult because slowly you can see that Blacklist is slowly, like taking over the map. Sapat taking very low. Final slash will be able to stop the efforts, but not for very long. They were able to take the bottom turret.
Not only the Lord is on the way, but at the top side we can see that Rimuru Tempest still with a 1-1 with this Rindo, and now Rindo is going in. Look at the amount of damage! He could probably get the kill, but thanks to the turret, he's still alive. But in the mid lane, Diablo gets it on the dominant. So at least they managed to get one, but then again the trade back is they lose the turret.
I think we can see that Rimuru built up a fairly early Wind of Nature, so I think that is what saved him from the likes of Rindu. And you can see Rimuru is actually farming up fairly well. He's going for Feather.
The Lord be taken by easily by Blacklist, and they would just snowball from there.
I think overall, we're really relying on the positioning from Rimuru as well as Warlord. I think Sapat as well as Barbosa and Diablo, they're able to build more tanky. They just need a bit more items to scale up. And now we're back in towards the itemization. You can see there are already 2 Athena shields already built up in order to survive the burst incoming from the Kadira with the rough waves. So I think overall, in considering, it's not too bad. In terms of the Kadida, 2 items has been built up. I think they're matching quite well with the Novaria. So I think despite everything, with a 5k goal lead, I think it's still quite manageable.
Wow.
And they get the pick off onto Haji.
Okay, that is what they want. Then again, the fight's not over yet. Dominic shows up, but without Haji, perhaps the decision is that, okay, we're not continuing the fight until Haji is back with us, but then Homebois has the opportunity to push in. Now the barrier blocks and buys the Blacklist. And now looking at the side as well, Rindo is trying to keep, but Homeboy is not going in, not taking the bait.
Yeah, no Black Dragon farm used there. He wanted to zone them out, but eventually they will try to get Thorn Rose has been used, expended as they force out. And okay, Renegade does get the wild charge onto Diablo, but no one is there to follow up on it. Since Haji is back, but it does seem that Homeboy is not looking to fight, neither was Blacklist.
Now it's time to conserve skills because the object will be up very, very soon. So hopefully we'll have okay, hang that thought for a second. Super rare. That was a fast move to get away.
Yep, I mean, the strengths of the Clot is you're able to just BMI out of any situation. So it's a very slippery hero to catch. But it seems like Blacklist, they are setting up for something. They're looking for someone, anyone. Sapat will be the target. Rough Waves will be used, but he does regen a fair bit from the final slash combo, but he won't be able to survive a 3-man. But that reveals the positioning coming out, but Diablo will be able to secure the Lord.
Oh, now they want blood. Them stealing away the Lord, but then again, the barrier kind of stopped Blacklist from going in, but that's okay. They still got the kill onto Sapat, so that's a little bit of a trade. But look at Wave being shoved at the top. They almost lose their turret. In fact, they will lose it now.
I think they're quite close to it. I think just one gentle whack onto it should do the job. But when they're focusing so heavily onto Sapat, Homebois was already going for the objective. And they get it.
Yeah, so holding the objective gameplay right now against Blacklist. Blacklist being pushed back. So Homeboys opening up more space for themselves, especially with the Lord charging at the top.
And even though Blacklist is comfortably around the 3k gold lead as of yet, but Homeboys, as they secure more infrastructure from the side of Blacklist, and that snipe is starting to hurt. Warlord's damage is starting to come true. The Lord is going to crack open this inhibitor.
Wow, okay. Homeboys returning the tides onto Blacklist now from having difficulty to farming their own jungle. Now they have control onto Blacklist's jungle. Renegade coming in all alone. A little bit of a risk there. Wild charge being used. And now we're waiting for the follow-up. Black Dragon being called upon. But Black Dragon's out. Unfortunately, at the wrong timing. And now Dominic may suffer for it. Dominic is still alive with 40% of health left. Now Rindo will be the next target. Rindo will be taken out by Rimuru Tempest. This is that time to take down the turret. This could be the moment for Homeboys. But then again, Blacklist can still defend this. They only have 1 minion to take out.
Yep, the waves are slowly but surely pushing up. Right now, Homeboys able to take basically all the external turrets, but Sapat going in real deep. He really had to flicker out there, but I think right now Rimuru is just going to focus on the inhibitor. Renegade looking for someone, but he only finds Barbosa and he's taken out.
Oh no, with Renegade out right now, they don't really have a tank. And the other minions are to push in as well. This looks like game over for Blacklist. As Homeboys tries to entertain that Dominate, tries to push them away. Sapat now is in trouble. Sapat will be taken out by Haji. They will be more bodies. And looks like Blacklist, they managed to defend this somehow.
Yes, they defend, but even their inhibitors are all gone. And you can see that Homebois have outer infrastructure as well as the inhibitors left standing. And as I mentioned, Homebois does not do well in when they are put in the terms of a goal or EXP deficit. This is a really different side of them, the fact that they're able to equalize in terms of the gold lead. Rough Waves has been expended, but I think it's more of to disengage against the side of Homebois. But now with that ultimate has been used, Astra Echo has revealed the position of Blacklist.
It's a fight that Blacklist cannot lose, but Homeboy ready to take it on to them. And we can see that they're starting off on the Super Red now is in trouble. Chance has been expanded. Rindo still secures the objective, but Renegade might be the next one to go down. Tality will save him for a bit, but not that long as Rindo will be down.
Oh!
And Renegade will follow him into the lands of the other side.
They secured the Lord, but at what cost? Now, Homeboys, 5 men strong, will be knocking on the doors of Blacklist. Killing spree for Rimuru as they knock onto the crystal. The Lord is not spawning in time. Can they make it?
They cannot, and that is okay. Lord does show up, or a little bit of a saving grace there, but Sapat will be taken out by Super Red. Can he buy time for the rest of Blacklist to come out? But looks like the answer is no, and it's going to be Homeboys taking the first round against Blacklist Academy.
Wow. Okay, as a Malaysian,